Welcome once again to another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. As always, I'm bringing to your attention two great reads. These are fiction reads, by the way, and hopefully when you're making your book purchases, you will consider these two books. The very first book is The Midnight Lock by Jeffery Deaver. This is published by Putnam, and it retails for $37. It's been almost 4 years since we last had a Lincoln Rhyme book. Where are you, Lincoln? And welcome back. This is one of the greatest series in the mystery world, and Jeffery Deaver always brings so much to the Lincoln Rhyme character. For those unfamiliar with Lincoln Rhyme, he is a police detective and he is quadriplegic. He's confined to a wheelchair. He can barely move parts of his body, but he still solves crimes with his brain. And he is married to Amelia Sachs, who was also in the police business. So every time out, Jeffery Deaver gives us a really bizarre criminal, and this time he gives us a man by the name of the Locksmith. Now he's an expert at breaking into people's homes, and he gets into the apartments of women, two women in particular in this book, and they're sleeping at the time. He's like a ghost in the night, and he eats their food, he drinks their wine, and he watches them sleep. He rearranges their clothing drawers, he moves things around in their bedroom. So basically, when they wake up, they really don't realize at first that he's there until they find things out of order. But he has been leaving notes. And in one girl's apartment, he has left a note on top of her clothing that says, "Reckoning, the Locksmith." And so it is up to Lincoln Rhyme to figure out what's going on. But Lincoln Rhyme is sort of on the outs with the police department, because at a trial where he was one of the witnesses, it was a trial for mob boss Victor Anthony Buriak, one of the most horrible mob bosses out there, and his testimony helped set him free. There was some sand that was found that Lincoln sort of fumbled on with regard to it being a key part of the testimony. So the police department now really does not want outside help. So Lincoln Rhyme is looking in from the outside now, but it still does not deter him from wanting to find the Locksmith. So with the help of Amelia Sachs, they hunt the man down. The man is very clever. He is one step ahead of the police. But Lincoln Rhyme is always using his brain. It is a superior brain, and while a lot of the body doesn't work, the brain sure does. So some people have sort of panned this book as not as strong as his past efforts. It's not the best book in the series, but it still will keep you reading. It's over 400 pages, and if you like Jeffery Deaver, and if you haven't ever read a Lincoln Rhyme book, get on board, because this book is definitely worth picking up. And the second book is sort of very offbeat. It's called Kill the Mall by Pasha, Malla. And this is published by Knopf, Canada, and it retails for $25. This book is very, very different. If you love malls, going to malls, you might like this book a lot. It's very interesting that the author's name has the word mall in it, and the title is Kill the Mall. So the narrator of the book, who has no name, he's an unnamed narrator. We never find out his name, but he loves malls. So he lives and breathes malls. So he has offered a sort of residency program in the mall to live in the mall. And by living in the mall, he observes everything that's going on. He writes reports, and he's there late at night. In fact, he's living in a storefront. So the mall becomes his home away from home. And it's very interesting, all the people that he observes. He seems to have a fixation with hair. He talks about people's ponytails. And there are so many ponytails in every chapter. Well, not every chapter, but quite a few chapters. There are ponytails. There's also a horse that he kind of talks to, and I don't know, the horse talks back, sort of. There are also ghosts in the pool, and it talks about eating ghosts too. So it's sort of an absurdist look at life. It's not exactly the Twilight Zone. It is the bizarre zone, and it's the narration is really interesting. The book flows very well, and next time you go to a mall after reading this, you might start looking at the mall differently and thinking, and looking at the people differently too, because the narrator looks at things from outside the human perspective. He puts his take on every part of the mall, every little thing that most people would not recognize. He notes, because that's his job for now. It's the residency in the mall. And so there's also a murder, and it's also potential more murders. So you don't know whether this is a murder mystery, a la Stephen King with ghosts and things, but let's just say it's a very different kind of book. So if you're bored by the usual books that are, well, this is a mystery, it's a boring thriller, blah, 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 kill them all. Grab the book, and it will give you a very different read. So let's all go to the mall. So anyways, those are the two books I wanted to draw to your attention. Hopefully you will add them to your reading list, because they both are highly recommended. So thank you as always for watching my Shelf Life video reviews online, and I welcome your comments. Please do send them in, positive or negative. So as always, I thank you, and hopefully you'll be back for my future videos. I'm still doing lots more, and hopefully you'll tell your friends about it. You'll like my page, you'll add me to your subscriber list, and you'll keep in touch somehow. So as always, stay safe, stay sane, stay social distancing, and do stay in touch. Thanks again. Bye for now.